Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hi. We are from Group CmdRun. We are listen about the QMS flow system. This is our group member, uh, Fatihah, Nuralisya, Azwa, Wong, Sheng, Mohamad, Azib, and me, Mohamad Aiman. So introduction. This presentation covers the software requirement specific SRS for the development of the QMS flow system for company XYZ. So the purpose of this system is to streamline and manage the quality management process in a more structured, efficient, and systematic manner. In this presentation, we will explain the key component of the SRS, including an overview of the system users, core functionalities, and detailed system requirements that guide the development of the QMS flow system. This overview, the topic that will be presented are user characteristic, use case and diagram, description of modules and function, specific requirement, use case description, activity, diagram, and sequence diagram.
To understand the impact of QMS flow, we need to look at the three people who keep our quality system running: the manager, the auditor, and the line operator. First, we have Farah, our QA manager. As we discussed, she oversees the big picture. Her challenge is the administrative burden of manual tracking. We solve this by automating her schedule and giving her centralized control. Next, we have Daniel, our internal auditor. He has high technical skills, but he is currently stuck using disconnected Excel and Word files to log his finding. This makes linking findings to CAPA action difficult and time-consuming. KMS Flow empowers Daniel with digital checklists he can access on any device, allowing him to auto-classify findings and assign them immediately to department heads. Finally, we have Aisha, a production line operator. She isn't a tech expert. She just needs to do her job safely. Her frustration is using outdated SOP copies and not knowing when her training is due. For Aisha, KMS Flow provides a simple, mobile-friendly interface where she can instantly access the latest SOP and get clear reminders for her mandatory training.
Next part is I will present about the use case and diagram topic. So the first one we will cover about the use case diagram. So basically for our KMS flow system use case diagram got the total of 31 function and we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 actors, which is admin, auditor, staff, system, and head department. The main purpose and the function of the auditor they can do for conduct audit, view audit schedule, view audit checklist, record audit findings, and the rest is the view audit evidence, view report, and also auditor can assign the CHAPA. Next, for the staff, what they can do is they will complete the training that will given in the system, and also they can view the SOP and policies, submit customer complaint if they get any issue of complaint, so that they can submit the complaint in the system, and they will acknowledge the CHAPA task. So for the system actually will send calibration alerts. It will send the notification saying that, for example, the submission is complete or you got new report uh, to be assigned. And also the system will generate the audit trails, which is from the data and the file that has been submitted in the database. It will generate the report, so for annually tracking. And also the system will also back up the data. For admin, actually admin is the core actor in this system, because basically what they will do is not only they can view the dashboard, they also can assign the CHAPA. They are the one that generate report and manage the review. They will also manage the user account, plan audit schedule, device and equipment management. And also admin will approve the document changes if got something that need to be edited. They will approve the changes. And also the head of department, they will approve SOP policies, assign training for the new staff to be completed, and monitor CHAPA progress, monitor document compliance, and also they will review the department complaints so that they can ask the admin to sign the CHAPA.
This domain model represents the architecture of the quality management system flow, illustrating the relationship and interaction between key components of the system. The audit module is responsible for creating audit uploading records and uploading status, and it close link to the trading module. It track the completion of training program and evaluate their effectiveness. The training module records details such as the training name, the trainer, and the completion date. And it also creates the training records, some of which may be linked to the audits. So next to the document module, it manages the document by uploading, logging, and submitting the change request. It can maintain an audit trail for documents associated with equipment. Next is the management module. It can schedule and manage meetings, record minutes, and assign action to user to ensuring tasks are tracked and complete. So the user module handles login, logout functionalities and manage user information such as name, roles, and password. The roles in connecting with management module by scheduling meetings and assigning tasks to user. So the customer complaint module is capturing complaints from customer, recording details such as customer name, product, and issue type. Then it will forwarding them to the CAPA, which is corrective and preventive action. The CAPA module helps to address the complaints by initiating corrective action, which may involve training or other action aimed at preventing similar issue in the future. Lastly, the calibration module is responsible for scheduling and recording equipment calibration. It is ensuring that equipment remains compliant and accurate, so it can work closely with the equipment module that can keep track of equipment details like location, status, and any document associated with it. This all of the module is interconnect structure to ensure all aspects of quality management such as training, auditing, document control, equipment management, and customer complaint are effectively monitored and managed.
This state diagram show how the system behave over time and how it move from one state to another based on user action or system event. So each box in the diagram represent a state while the arrow show the transition between those states. This diagram start at the initial state, which is shown by a black fill circle. This indicate where the system begin its process. So the process end at the final state, shown by a black circle with an outline, which means the workflow has been completed. So starting from the top, the system first wait for user input. So once the user submit the required information, the system move to the next state where the data is processed. I will now focus on the important state in this diagram. So when the request is submitted, it means the request has been successfully sent. Next, in the assigned state, the task is assigned to the responsible staff during the in progress state. The work is actively being carried out. Finally, in the complete state, the process is finished. This state represents the main phase of the system workflow. The arrow in the diagram show how the system moves from one state to another. Each transition occurs due to a specific action or condition. For example, when the department head approved the request, the system moves to the next state. If there is an issue, the system may return to the previous state for further review. So this also shows that the diagram include alternative or exception path, not just the normal flow.
So our admin will consider for assign CAPA, generate report, scheduling management, review, manage user account, plan audit schedule, complete training, and approve document change. So as the slide prepare is a part of the use case from admin. As the picture show for sequence diagram, the admin will select assign CAPA of button, then submit the CAPA record. After done of the creating record, the system will automatically send notification to staff, and then the staff will assignment to conform and show the successful toast back to the admin. So it's same the activity diagram for assign CAPA.
So next is for the auditor, and one of the main function that the auditor will do is the conduct audit. So basically this specific requirement I will present about the conduct audit function, and this is actually the user description of the conduct audit, which is got the flow and the alternative flow, acceptance criteria, precondition, and post-condition and exception flow of the function. So we will look at the flow. So for the sequence diagram, first of all, the The admin or head department will select the equipment and edit status location, and then they will request for the current details, show details, and save update. For the system logic, the system will update the record to be updated in the database. And for the activity diagram, it's basically the flow of the event, how it will be conducted, which is the auditor will select the audit, and then when they start to click the audit checklist, they need to select the available checklist, because if not, they will need to reselect the audit. And if yes, they will just review the checklist, and then we'll do the conduct record findings, and then after that, the progress will be saved after they upload the evidence to be completed, the checklist items, and also after done the process, it will click the finish audit, and the system basically will pop up the notification of your file has been received.
For head department, for specific requirement, so there's have five flow system. First flow. For the first is to approve head department can approve SOP and policies. For two, system training. Three, monitor TAPA progress. Four is monitor document compliance, and five is review department compliance. This is the user story. The user story description is as head department. I want to review and approve or reject updated SOP and policies, so that only accurate and compliant document are officially released for use. And below this, these are about the flow of event, acceptance criteria, precondition, post condition, other condition, and exception flow, which is missing the document. This our process. So from the head department can open the pending, in the approval UI is select the document, and head department can approve, and then it process approval UI will process the approval and get back the feedback, which is approved or not.
Moving on to the specific requirement for the staff module, this section defines how general employees interact with the system to maintain compliance. First, looking at the use case diagram on the left, we have streamlined the staff interface to focus on four essential actions, which is completing training, viewing SOP and policies, submitting customers' complaint, and acknowledging CAPA tasks. You will notice the include arrows pointing to the right. This indicates that user action like finishing a training module, which is automatically trigger the back-end process. On the right, we have a detailed breakdown of user story, complete training. This is a core function for ensuring ISO compliance. The workflow is designed to be self-service and automated. Here we break down the technical logic for the complete training use case. On the left, we have the sequence diagram. This shows the runtime interaction between the staff actors and the system components, which is the training UI and the training controller. On the right, the figure shows the activity diagram, which is divided into two seamless staff and system.
So on the left side, we have the use case diagram, which is the actor in the diagram is system. The main use case is UC0 to 7, which is send calibration alert. To support this process, UC0 to 8 send notification is used to deliver the alert to the responsible personnel. UC0 to 9 generate audit trail, record the alert activity for tracking and compliance purpose. And lastly, UC030 backup data, ensure that all alert information is stored safely. Okay, on the right side, we have the user story, which is explain what is the system should do from a requirement perspective. Next is the flow of event, which show the logical step of the process. So start with the sequence diagram. This diagram focus on the interaction between system component over time. So the interaction is between the equipment UI and the equipment controller. So first, the equipment UI trigger a run check request to the controller. So the system then check whether the equipment calibration is due. If the equipment is due for the calibration, the system send an alert to the responsible personnel. If the equipment is not due, so no action is taken. And this alternative flow is shown using the alternative condition in the diagram. The process starts when the system triggered the calibration check. The system then check the calibration due date if the equipment is approaching or past its due date. The system identify the responsible personnel, generate the alert message, and send the notification. At the same time, the system generate an audit trail and update the alert status in the system log. So if the equipment is not due for calibration, the process ends without sending any alert. So, in summary, the sequence diagram show how the system component communicate with each other, while in the activity diagram show the step-by-step workflow of the alert process.
Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.